What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim back with another video, and today we're taking a look at the Shadow of the Tomb Raider Ultimate Edition. Now, this is pulled up right from the Square Enix website. This was posted today, April 27th, 2018. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you was leaked previously in a French magazine. We did not have the price, and we weren't completely sure about the details, but most of what you saw has been confirmed, and now I think it's time we can go ahead and talk about it. If you buy this from the Square Enix store, the base game, they're going to throw in a Steelbook, which is kind of nice. If you're a collector and you just want the Steelbook, this is something you may want to consider. Obviously, you're not getting the Best Buy Gamer Club Unlocked or the Amazon Prime 20% less pre-order. But if you do the math, it's about the same price. So if you wanted a Steelbook, you can get one. I think it's cool that they're doing that. That's the limited edition, normal price. Moving on, we have the Shadow of the Tomb Raider Croft Steelbook Edition. You'll notice that the box art is now changed, and it does include the Season Pass, which I'll talk about in the Ultimate Edition. So they're valuing their Season Pass at $30. That's pretty comparable based on what I've seen from other collector editions, so I can't fault them for that. But let's take a look at this new trend of these $200 collector editions. This is the Shadow of the Tomb Raider Ultimate Edition. You'll notice that they haven't finalized the box art yet. I don't know if they're going to go with the limited Steelbook Edition box art, which I think looks a little bit cooler, or the more zoomed-in Lara Croft Steelbook Edition cover art. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But let's take a look at what this puppy includes. I am very surprised. So, unfortunately, since Square Enix has some really dorky proprietary viewer, you're gonna have to deal with this on the side. I guess I could take a screenshot of it, but whatever. You could still see what you need to see. $200, what do you get? You get the Season Pass. Let's talk about that first. A new adventure every month. 7 challenge tombs with narrative side missions, which is promising because to me, the challenge tombs that were in Rise of the Tomb Raider were very lackluster. I didn't really have any motivation for completing them other than getting weapons and gun parts, so if they're going to include some narrative in there, I think that is probably going to be pretty cool. You get more weapons, more outfits, and more skins. So that's the Season Pass. You can get that with either the $100 variant or this whopping $200 variant. In the Ultimate Edition, which is what we're looking at now, you get the base game, obviously with a Steelbook, cover art yet to be determined. You get the original soundtrack, which I gotta say, thinking back on previous Tomb Raider games, there isn't any orchestral score or movement that really stands out to me more than any other. But I like soundtracks. I'm not going to fault them. Every soundtrack I have, I listen to. As a matter of fact, when I'm driving my truck around town, all I listen to is gaming soundtracks anymore. I don't really listen to normal music. So I'm excited to get that if I got this, which I probably will. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm excited to get a soundtrack. You also get some outfits and weapons on top of the other ones that you're getting as part of the Season Pass. Then you get into some of the more quirky things, some of the branding items that I'm not really entirely sure why they're included, but they are. You get the flashlight, which I don't know if you could tell or not, but it does say Shadow of the Tomb Raider on the handle. Bring Laura's flashlight with you on any adventure you embark upon, and also the Pickaxe bottle opener. Laura's climbing axe is a multi-purpose tool, which also functions as a bottle opener. These, to me, are cute, kind of throwaway junk drawer items. I don't really see prominently displaying Lara Croft's flashlight, nor do I drink very often, so I don't really see getting a lot of use out of the bottle opener. I will say, though, in terms of branding, they did nail it in terms of the bottle opener and the flashlight. I mean, to me, I look at this flashlight and I think of either Uncharted 4 or Tomb Raider. This pickaxe, 100% absolutely Tomb Raider. So I feel like they nailed it there. Unfortunately, I don't know if I could say the same for the statue. The statue, Lara Croft readies her trusty machete before entering a deadly tomb. All right, I understand that with each Tomb Raider they want to, I don't want to say reinvent the wheel, but they want to keep it fresh and new and exciting, and they want to add new mechanics, and they want to add new weapons and gear and that sort of thing. I don't, for the life of me, recall in any Tomb Raider ever, and correct me if I am wrong in the comments below, I do not recall ever having a machete in any Tomb Raider game. Even the old ones, you always had those double Berettas that she would just shoot with infinite ammo. In the new Tomb Raider, obviously, the climbing axe is your pretty much go-to weapon for breaking open locks and rappelling down ropes and climbing rock walls or ice walls. But a machete, I don't know. Obviously, it is featured prominently on the original version or the base version box art right there. So maybe they are feeling like this is something they want to include. But what is she missing? She's missing her bow and her arrow. To me, Lara Croft the Archer is the definitive Lara Croft that I have resonated my experience with from the first two games. I do not see it here. Now, if it's there and I don't see it, if this is not really her hair and this is actually a bow and arrow and you don't see it over here for whatever reason, then I will stand corrected. But I don't see it, and that worries me. The statue does look nice. I like the base an awful lot. I like that it doesn't say Shadow of the Tomb Raider splashed across the front. If I had to guess, I would probably say it's probably comparable to the Uncharted statue in height. So it's probably a 10 or 11-inch mold. Based on what I can tell from the base, she's going to be a smaller figure. The Nathan Drake statue, he's probably about 10 inches of those 11 inches, if I had to guess, with a very small flat base with some foliage. This obviously has a lot more attention to detail. You got the wooden spikes popping up. You have part of a tomb, looks like some kind of fangs, maybe like an alligator mouth or a snake mouth. Looks like she's kind of standing up, looking down below. Machete at the ready, which, again, I'm not really entirely sure about. I like the pose. Not having the bow and arrow bothers me, and I know it sounds like it's a small, meaningless thing, but it's really the devil in the details on these collector editions. It's always the challenge of the designer to create something that is memorable and iconic that you immediately look at and resonate with. Now, maybe the bow and arrow is going to take a back seat to this game, and the machete is going to be the featured weapon, and we're going to get a lot more ruthless, visceral, up-close combat instead of the ranged, sneaking around bow and arrow, machine gun, rocket launcher type, or grenade launcher type combat from the previous games. Maybe that's why they're featuring the machete and they're really doubling down on the box art and on the statue pose. But I gotta say, for $200, that is quite a lot, and I'm not totally in love with the statue. Maybe after I think about it more and I read more about it, my opinion will change. As to whether or not I get it, the Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom Collector Edition, which I did grow to like a lot, although I was shocked to realize the price was also $200. Thanks to Best Buy Gamer Club Unlocked, I got it less 20%, so it was about $160 plus tax. So you're looking at that price here. They're valuing everything then if you take away the base game with the season pass that was $90. If you're taking that away, you're looking at the soundtrack and the flashlight and the bottle opener and the statue being $110. We'll say the soundtrack is $10. You're looking at the flashlight and the bottle opener probably being about $10 each. So you're looking at a pretty comparable statue. It would be nice if they included this without the bottle opener and the flashlight, but of course they're not going to do that. You get all or you get nothing. So I guess I'll have to think about it as to whether or not I want it. I guess it'll probably determine more if my wife is interested in it. But anyways, there you guys have it. A pretty in-depth look at the Shadow of the Tomb Raider Ultimate Edition, which launches September 14th. There you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below if this is something you are thinking about getting or if this is a pass for you. Obviously, I think the game's going to be great. I did enjoy the other two, although I still feel Uncharted is a better overall experience. I did really enjoy my time with Rise of the Tomb Raider thanks to Game Pass, and I'm looking forward to sinking my teeth into this. So, with that, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get out there and pay whatever you want for your own collector editions, even if you think they're slightly overpriced. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.